Hello everyone, I'm Sign1News anchor Martha Anger. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. All this week, the World Federation of the Deaf and deaf people all over the world are celebrating the International Week of Deaf People. For over 70 years, the event is celebrated during the last full week of September. And every year, the WFD establishes an overall theme with sub-themes highlighted every day of the week to unite deaf communities and deaf cultures, to celebrate sign languages all over the world, and to remind local, national, and international governments of deaf people's rights, and to open up dialogue so deaf citizens are not excluded from government, social affairs, and schools. This year's overall theme is Building Inclusive Communities for All. Tuesday's sub-theme is Sustainable Economic Opportunities for Deaf People. Here's the official video from WFD's website explaining today's topic. To learn more about WFD and International Week of Deaf People, head to this website, wfdef.org. Right now, millions of people in Puerto Rico are underwater and in the dark after Hurricane Fiona unleashed catastrophic flooding and caused an island-wide blackout. Ironically, today is also the 5-year anniversary of Hurricane Maria. Maria was the first Category 4 hurricane to directly impact Puerto Rico in 85 years. On September 20th, 2017, the deadly storm made landfall in Puerto Rico, killing thousands of people and caused massive damage to the electrical grid. That damage led to widespread power outages that stretched on for months. The infrastructure has improved since Maria, but it's still frail. And officials in Puerto Rico say the damage from Fiona may actually be worse than Maria. On Monday, a man named Adnan Syed was released from prison. Dozens of people were waiting outside the jail, cheering and trying to get a picture of him. You may be asking, well, why is that big news? Syed's story is the focus of the first season of a hit podcast entitled Serial. He was convicted of killing his girlfriend in 1999 when he was in high school. He was sentenced to life in prison, even though he has always maintained his innocence. After the details of the case were laid out in the podcast, many fans started to wonder if Syed got a fair trial. And so did prosecutors. They reinvestigated the case and found unreliable cell phone tower data used as evidence, new advances in DNA testing, and information about other suspects the defense never received. On Monday, a judge vacated Syed's murder conviction and he was released. Prosecutors have 30 days to decide if they will pursue a new trial against Syed. An attorney for the victim's family member says they are considering whether to appeal. There is a growing demand for an investigation after hundreds of migrants were shipped north by Republican governors in Florida, Texas, and Arizona. The ploy was designed to prove a point and protest against the Biden administration's immigration policies. Now Democrats and legal activists accuse the governors of engaging in a political stunt and violating human rights by luring immigrants on planes and buses with promises of jobs and housing only to leave them stranded. The migrants were given a pamphlet offering refugee assistance, including cash and employment services. But all of the migrants dropped off in Martha's Vineyard last week were seeking asylum, not refugee status. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis says he is not backing down from his plan to bring attention to the border crisis. With a sharp increase in border crossing over the last 2 years, Republican governors say sanctuary cities and states are legitimate destinations. Mayors and governors who have been receiving migrants have asked the Department of Justice to step in to help. So far, no word on when or if the DOJ will get involved. According to the literary and free expression advocacy organization PEN America, more than 2,000 books have been banned in schools in the last school year. The organization says they've identified 50 groups advocating for bans in kindergarten through 12th grade. They say the majority of those groups were formed in the last year. About 41% of the banned books involve stories about the LGBTQ community. 40% of the banned books have people of color as the main characters, and 21% deal directly with racism. Officials with PEN America believe people in America have the right to organize and advocate under the First Amendment. But they are more concerned that schools are banning books and giving in to the demands of some of the advocacy groups without any objection. By the way, this week is Banned Books Week. Educators and avid readers are encouraging people to support authors whose books have been banned. Listen up, Election Day 2022 is almost here. Are you registered to vote? Today, the fourth Tuesday of September, is National Voter Registration Day. It's a coordinated effort from local, state, and national organizations to urge people to register to vote. Hundreds of thousands of people take part each year. Each state has different registration requirements. You can find out about your area here at vote.org. Walmart is upping its shopping game to compete in the fashion game. The company has acquired Zeekit, a virtual fitting room platform. People can use the Be Your Own model on the Walmart app to see how clothes will fit them, with the option to use a photo of themselves or see how it fits on a model of their choice. Walmart says it allows customers to see how the fabric drapes and falls on their figure. The new feature launched last week. It is available now in the Walmart app for Apple product users. Cool. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. And remember, the Sign1News virtual show is back this Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone, and you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku.